What's up, doers? Welcome back to another episode of the Desus podcast. If you guys are new here and listening for the first time, wondering who these girls are on your screen, in your ears, in your speakers, I'm Kiera.
And I'm Jenna.
And we are sisters, and we are the hosts of the Desus podcast.
We are hosts. Hold on. I was going to say, maybe I should put the words pop culture hot takes.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because these are good, but some of them are like, I feel like our clientele wouldn't care about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
While you do that, I'll do a quick little intro with us here. I feel like we haven't been on the pod in forever, but it's only been like a week because I was like 1 week off. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode with me and my best friend Nikki, understanding not to live with your friends and all that fun stuff, and kind of get a little know me a little better, because like, you know, she knows a different side of me that I was on there. And quick little recap in my life, I'll let you know just that. Nothing's really changed much in my life aside from just doing, you know, edits. I'm still growing on TikTok, so follow me over there on Undiscovered Thirst on TikTok. Go follow your girl, doers, please.
But yeah, sorry, I was trying to look at our video. But any updating news with me? None. Nothing too crazy. But I just have to say, I think on behalf of the Swift cult community, that every single person
can agree.
Can agree with me on this.
Okay, I would love to know
that we all stand together to hate Nashville.
Yes, we
and everyone there
openly, humbly hate you guys because y'all won. And I'm sure every other Swiftie would agree that Nashville, no matter what happens after now, they won.
Unless the only way that she'll ever the win is if she like announces something else or brings a celebrity on stage to sing or something. Maybe it could be the caliber, but those so far the best.
Surprise songs,
the best everything. Surprise songs,
the rain, the full moon, everything.
Yeah, it was just so everybody, I hope you got traffic on the way home safely, of course. Yes, safely, of course. But if we get red lights there and back and traffic there and back, but safely, because we're all jealous. It was just not fair.
I love how everybody, like, I'm in a few Swiftie groups I just happen to be in, and everyone's just like, damn, like that hurt. That hurt.
That stung.
Like every song was like, oh, that kind of
and then tonight we'll see what other two.
She's doing tonight too.
Is she doing 3 nights or 2 nights? Oh, is it 2 nights? I can't remember. No. But if she is, we'll probably hate them more too. So they got very, very lucky. So I mean, we could have expected it was her home, not her hometown, but basically where her career started. Like she was going to do something a little special for them.
I am trying to go to the last show in August, so keep up with on that. I'm either going to be there or I'm not. So keep on my stories. So follow me on Instagram.
Right. So thanks, Miss T Swizzle. But yeah, so I guess we could just move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
So today's episode is going to be hot takes.
Hot takes. And when I say hot takes, like things that like not just, you know, some people are like, oh, I have such a hot take, and it's like, I don't like J-Lo. It's like, no, it's not a hot take. That's like everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real hot takes, because we tend to be on the other side of.
We tend to agree with the hot takes for the most part, and we're just so different. And I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, Derek's always like, you're always devil's advocate. I'm like, I'm not
devil's advocate. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I am like, you always go for the villain. Like I just don't like cliches.
Everybody knows villains are misunderstood.
They are there's always somebody on the good side that forced the villain to be what
they are. They didn't just wake up evil. Evil's not born; it's made.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
Actually, I take that back.
I was about to say,
I take that back.
There's a few people in the world that are born evil.
For the 90s, I guess we're talking about superhero villain, things. We're not talking about real
Ted
life.
Bundy. Like Ted Bundy's evil.
Was just born evil, nasty, disgusting. Yeah, so hot takes are basically not agreeing with the norm of society is what they are. But well, I guess we're going to just read a couple. These aren't what we came up with. They're just a couple that we're going to read off of. And then
looks like a list that obviously they've collected enough data that maybe everybody kind of agrees with it. And then we're going to say, is that a hot take or it's not?
And then we could just
period
go off of there. And you could play along with us, agree to disagree, but we're right in the end. No, just kidding.
Like a hot take was like, I love Kendall and Bad Bunny. Like a big hot take.
Yeah, it is a big. Yeah, it's a big hot take.
Which I love them. So
I was about to say like in the Kardashians, it's weird. Okay, I think it's like in the Kardashians, it is or not always. Everything always comes back to them.
Always comes
because
back to
they have such a strong fan base in the world that it's almost not a hot take. But the average person on the street does not like them. Do you get what I mean? Like you have to really be around certain people to love them. But obviously they're one of the most famous people in the entire world of all time. Yeah. So it's like. But like the average person probably doesn't like them.
Yeah, there's always a group of celebrities, or there's a few celebrities that people hate just to hate for no reason. Like how everyone hated Taylor Swift, me being one of them before, for no reason. Like she has nothing.
Or like a simple hot take. Everybody's saying Beyonce's overrated. It's a huge hot take.
Yeah,
I think you're just stupid.
That's a hot take. I think that's just people trying to do something.
I don't care what anybody says. Like, you don't have to like someone. You don't have to like their music. You don't have to like what they do. But you have to respect the art. She's overrated because why? Why is she overrated?
I feel like people who say Beyonce's overrated and claim it as a hot take are people who are trying to be a hot take. Yeah, trying to make it a hot take, and it's not a hot take.
Right? It's not because it's like you're trying to make it a thing. But like
a hot take would have been when we were talking about Sophia Richie's wedding, which I expected you to be obsessed with, and you're like, it wasn't that good. That's a hot take, yeah. Because everybody was obsessed with this wedding.
I did not say it wasn't that good.
No.
I thought it looked kind of plain and boring for the money she could have done. That's what I meant. It was too elegant, too classy.
But the way people were obsessed with this wedding, what Kim or Courtney thought her wedding was going to do, got the buzz. It didn't get that buzz.
It's just because Courtney's took so long.
Well, that too. But when it was happening, nobody was following it like how they were following Sophia's.
But they were when it first started.
When it first started, it was like, oh, cool.
But nobody gives a shit 12 months later. You know what I mean?
But when it was coming out, like when it was in popular, like it was there.
That's when it should have been released.
Yeah. But like the way Sophia's wedding was like everywhere, everybody was
everything
obsessed with
everywhere.
TikTok.
Yeah,
like that's what Courtney thought it was gonna be,
and it wasn't.
You know what I mean?
And it was. I 100% agree. Sophia blows her out the water. Yeah, like with views and the Vogue attachment and all of that. Sophia's was way more. But again, I didn't say I didn't like it because I think obviously she looked beautiful. The ceremony was gorgeous. The singer, everything was good. I just thought it was too classic, too boring to wear. Too classic sim. Like there was no originality. There was no like this makes a statement besides what it was. If that makes sense. Like, oh, she had this. The only thing people keep talking about is her veil, which was beautiful and unique and different. But like other than that, it was kind of like there was no other. Her centerpiece was this. This was this. She had this. She ran out on a horse.
Like
I don't know,
normal rich wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's
but it was beautiful, obviously.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't say it was beautiful. I'm just saying that was a hot take because the way people were obsessed with this past weekend,
which is so funny because she's kind of a nobody. Like she's not really in the spotlight anymore. Nobody really talks about her. But yeah, her wedding was so huge that it was like Vogue related. Like everybody talked about her wedding, but she wasn't like that big of a celebrity. Yeah, and to be completely honest, she was only big because she started dating Scott. Nobody knew who she was. I mean, obviously she was always Lionel Richie's fucking daughter, but like and Nicole Richie's sister. But she was never like a celebrity until she got with Scott, and then it became like, oh, who is this girl? You know what I mean? And then the rest is history from there. But
I did enjoy it. I guess my invitation.
I wish she would have had some videos.
Well, she didn't want to.
I mean, couldn't go anyways. We have other stuff to do. I think it
was a weekend of Taylor anyway.
It was.
So invite us to like a next party. Baby shower.
We'll show up. Okay. Anyways, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I guess since we're on that topic of celebrities, and we're obviously huge Swifties, bringing it back. People saying that Taylor Swift can't write lyrics. People saying Taylor Swift can't perform. People saying Taylor Swift is not an icon. Trying to be hot takes. Just look at the receipts, babe. Look at her numbers. Look at what she's doing. What are the artists in this time frame has done this? Nobody.
The people who hate on Taylor Swift were the same people that were hating on JB back in the day. Like they were just doing it just to do it and not giving the accolades.
Because when someone has so much fame, I mean, she didn't get fame quick, but like, she didn't like blow up again because she's always Taylor Swift. But like right now, her fame level is kind of how it was in the beginning. And then like even during her like Sparks Fly, Red, all that era, she was always important, but she was never like everywhere, always talked about 24/7. Like her fame level wasn't like that. Mm-hmm. But now with this whole everything going on,
can you hear me on this?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it!
Why?
You're so loud. It's nothing to do with you. It's just like me.
Oh, I can hear you.
No, I know, but like I guess my headphones are so loud, so like it's fine. There's nothing wrong. It's just like my own thing. Thank you though. Go ahead. Sorry, I apologize.
No, are you taking this out?
No.
So I was gonna, and then continue my.
I can. I wasn't going to.
Oh well, this makes it awkward now.
We're so authentic.
I know, no, but anyways, but do you know what I mean? And like that's a hot take is to not like her, to say she's not good lyrics, and people of color are mostly the ones doing it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like I said. Just look at the receipts. Look at the accolades.
I think she's like gross to make almost $1 billion after
she's
this tour.
Having the highest paid tour. She's the only one who does 3-4 nights in the same stadium. No other celebrity has ever done or performer has ever done that. Yeah, not even like completely sold out. Her merch sales, her Spotify. She's got 5 different albums all in the top 100. No artist has their own albums all in the top 100 and the same album she's already released.
Yeah.
No other artist is doing that. And you don't have to like her. You don't have to like her pop music. But don't say she's not an icon star in the music industry. That's what's annoying, because it's kind of like,
yeah,
let's
again,
get real.
like I said, when people say hot take, it's like a real hot take. That's not a hot take. Like a hot take where it's like, what's something that everybody does.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Because there's hot takes and there's something that people try to not be the norm. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to think.
Let's pull some list.
Yeah,
let me pull the list. Let's see what it is.
Yeah,
number 15. Let's see here.
I'm trying to think of something that people that is a hot take. Like, I would say like George Clooney. I wouldn't find him handsome, but that's like, or Brad Pitt.
Kira,
you know what I mean?
Yes,
that's a hot.
And
take.
I am on the hot take. They're not handsome. I honestly don't think I've ever seen George Clooney young. To be honest, he's always been old, obviously, because he's older than me.
Yeah,
I've never seen him young, but like, you know, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's would be a hot.
And
take.
I don't care. A hot take is saying Elvis is ugly. I do not think he's cute at all.
Elvis was never handsome.
He was never handsome. Talented, yes, we know that. Good looking to where people were fainting, I don't think so. I don't know.
Elvis gives me like Britney Spears vibes. Like, I don't know, like how they made him change his voice.
What? Oh,
like overworked.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the look wise, because of course Elvis was supposedly whatever. But another hot take. Sorry to the people my people. I did not think Michael Jackson was that good looking either when he was black. I don't think
so either.
I mean, okay, he had a smile to kill for. His smile was gorgeous in the Thriller and Bad. He wasn't ugly. I'm not saying he was ugly. Like, I think Elvis is ugly, period. But I never think Michael Jackson was ugly, but he wasn't, I think, a sex god that people would make him seem to be.
Same with Prince. I don't think Prince is cute either.
But it's Prince's swag he had. He knew he was smooth. The way he could talk, his dancing, his vibe. He opened the doors for the Harry Styles of the world. You know what I mean? And
Prince did open the doors.
Or that kind of styling, like
be very, you know, feminine, what I mean? But masculine.
Yeah, masculine. Like, anybody would have sex with him, but he was so feminine they could share clothes. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, he still had that masculinity of like a sex appeal. Do you know what I mean? But moving on before we continue again. Everyone cancels. And you know what? Let's preface before we say our hot takes. I don't care to get canceled. If you can't, what would he say? If you got canceled, that means you made it. Okay. And there are pedophiles out there. There are racists. There are homophobes. There are liars that aren't canceled. So I think we'll be fine. Okay.
But the thing is, like, hot takes, like, I don't think that's something we can get canceled over. It's just opinion.
Depends on how you say it. Like, if someone says a hot take and it's underlined like racism, it's like, oh, she just tried to say it without being racist.
Oh, that's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're going to do that.
Number 15. Friends was not a good show. I agree.
Well, I can't. I like Friends.
You are. They don't have a fan name, but you were one of them.
Friends is a good show.
I don't think they deserve to get 1 million episode good.
But you have to think of the time.
That's true.
The thing about Friends, like, will it hold up now? Obviously, no, because there's a lot of stuff we can't say anyway. But like, you have to think for the time. The impact Friends had was wanting to have that. Like, I want to have a friendship like
at that age.
I want to have like that. Like,
okay, we're not talking about the meaning of the show. Okay, we're talking about the show itself.
I'm trying to defend it. Why it's good.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying, but we're not underlining. Okay, well,
I'm disagreeing. Friends is a great show.
And I'm agreeing. I don't think it's that good. Don't get me wrong. Are there funny clips here and there?
And that's how I feel about The Office. Like, yes, I don't think The Office.
The Office is not funny, but there
are funny moments in The Office.
Yeah, but
same thing with Schitt's Creek.
It's just a shitty shit. Park and Recs. They're all the same vibes. They're all the same. Not Friends, but those all shows are the same.
Watch Jury Duty.
I'll have to see. You know what? I'm not into those shows. I tried to get into Friends, but I'm not like
sitcom girl.
I'm not. But I mean, I watch sitcoms.
What sitcom did you watch?
Like, I feel like Disney Channel shows are sitcoms.
That's different. That's children.
But I'm just saying, That's So Raven's better than Friends. That's So Raven can hold up today.
So can Friends.
But that was also an adult show. Raven was a child show that could hold up today. I'm just saying.
Okay, let us know. Agree, disagree down there.
I agree. I think maybe there were funnier shows. 14. The Percy Jackson series was far more superior than Harry Potter.
Ooh, no. I think Percy Jackson 1 was good. But after the second...
Okay, you know what? Maybe they're talking about the books.
Okay, well,
everybody knows the book is better than the movie. We know, okay?
Well, I can't talk about... I haven't read the books, but I can only go off the movies.
You're right. And we're speaking off a movie behalf. We haven't read the books.
I'm sure the books are great because the first movie was fantastic, mm-hmm. and I like mythology. But like, I can only go off. I'll just go movie by movie first one. I would say the first movie of Percy Jackson.
But they were also two different time frames.
Well, how are we going to do this episode? How are we going to do this episode?
But I'm saying you can't compare like how it looks in the acting with the age difference in the groups and the time that the directors.
Yeah,
they're talking about the base storyline. Let's talk. Let's talk storyline, not movies storyline.
Okay. I would say Harry Potter because there was more of a mystery with it. The Scar, he should not be named.
The villain. Yeah. And Percy Jackson was kind of just a cooler concept than Harry Potter. Like the children of the Greek gods, because every Greek mythology is very interesting.
Yeah.
The Medusas, the creatures. So I think the storyline itself, Harry Potter is better. Go off of plot, say Harry Potter, you know, but that was interesting. I've never heard anybody say that before. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Maybe I need to read
Maybe we read the books, we could have a different take, but we don't know.
I'm not going to.
Oof.
Okay.
This is for the Disney girlies.
Okay. Oof.
Cheetah Girls is superior to High School Musical, music-wise, plot-wise, cast-wise, and the diversity.
No. I think music-wise, they're pretty equal. Plot-wise, they're both cheesy. They both have sucky plots.
I 100% disagree. Cheetah Girls was music. Okay?
That's what I said.
No. Was music. High School Musical was a Disney Channel song. Okay? If you hear Cinderella in the club, you could listen to it. Don't think about it being Cheetah Girls. Don't think about it being them. Freaking music-wise, Cheetah Girls, 100%. Acting-wise, Cheetah Girls, 100%. Now, I would say... Actually, I'm sorry, Cheetah Girls wins. Plotline, I was like, they had a dream. They were working. They were from the hood.
For me, like High School Musical had a beginning
and the year difference. Cheetah Girls, you know what I mean?
Saying, I think High School Musical for me has an overall like beginning and story plot. Cheetah Girls was like good, then it was like gone. Like it was like fast.
I see that.
So that's what I'm saying.
It's because Raven wasn't in the third one.
No, not that too. I'm just saying in the first movie, there was I feel like it was rushed. Like it's a short movie.
It is a short movie.
You know what I mean? And like High School Musical had like a whole thing to where you got
you know what?
You know what I'm trying to say?
No, High School Musical had...
It has the typical when you look at
there was no plot, but there was more of a storyline besides the girls just trying to get a record deal. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because if you think about it, go back to elementary school when you had to write your little story and it's like beginning, middle, end, conflict. Like there was like a whole thing. Music wise,
I guess, but also I think because they were kind of intertwined, where Cheetah Girls 1 was completely different than 2, completely different from 3. The only baseline they had was they wanted to be stars, and that was it. Yeah. There was no like connecting but 3. So I'm gonna have to say, but High School Musical, what was the story? They were just high schoolers there was no like story plot, so I think that's what made it the plot. They were just high schoolers.
I guess because like there was like you meet, and then there's a villain, there's like everything, like there's like a whole thing going on, and Cheetah Girls,
and like I said, they all like intertwine.
I keep going back and forth.
Better acting, better singers, better everything. But
did you ever watch the show Star?
No.
That I hear so many good things about, but that reminds you of like what Cheetah Girls would have been grown up, like girl group. But
do you know what I mean? Like I feel like everything else is better, but a cohesive story where there was kind of a plot in each High School Musical.
Yeah.
And the fact that Cheetah Girls was made so long ago and is still better and holds up than I think High School Musical could, because the time frames were different, and Cheetah Girls then is still good now.
Remember, because High School Musical was like played into the cheesiness of and
there was the boy, like Cheetah Girls had no like love boy factor.
And Cheetah Girls still my boo. In the second one they did. Let the dance bin take control. What you mean?
But I mean, with the worst character, nobody cared about Dorinda.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Cheetah Girls, taking the nostalgic out of it, because I like High School Musical better, but I think it's because of nostalgic reasons,
right?
Personally, but
if you look at the facts,
I would go with Cheetah Girls.
Yes, okay. I agree. Ooh, hit the microphone. All right, I never heard that take. It's a good one. Stupid.
Well, all these lights in our studio is really hot.
The 90s aesthetic is played out.
Yes,
and they can keep all of the remakes.
Yes, I agree with the 90s aesthetic. One, because I can actually say I grew up in the 90s, so I guess different living it, it's really fun. But I think it's time for it to go. Like you can keep some things.
What would you like to see leave? What is here that's 90s and what is gone?
I just think the whole Y2K era is like played out now. Like I think the whole like going into Target, I used to be able to find some nice clothes. Like when you go into Target, you literally look like Y2K threw up like anywhere. Yeah, you know what I mean? Which is fine because like there are some cute pieces, but I should not. There's a dress I saw that I literally wore in kindergarten that's up there. You know, and I get everything like recycles and stuff, but like I just think Y2K. is played out. But then also I saw this one TikTok, like it's the nostalgic, like the millennials live in nostalgia, or is that the word, nostalgia? Like we do the remakes because we grew up at, I forgot what he was trying to say, like a whole psychological thing, growing up with like millennials. That's what we're
sent it to me. I saw.
Oh, did I send it to you? Like,
I actually watch yours. You don't watch mine, bitch.
I do,
guys. If someone sends you a TikTok, please watch them.
Do you remember the episode when I told Janelle that you never watch any of my TikToks?
And I watch every single one. And you know what's funny?
You do.
Because Kiara,
now you do.
We'll send each our TikToks probably like 20, 30 a day, to be honest.
I do.
And I send Kiara some, right? She will send me the same couple ones back.
But now, okay.
And I would say, bitch, I just sent this to you. That means you didn't watch it because you wouldn't have resent it to me.
The way I see it is that we're so in sync, sis, that we're going to send each other the same stuff that we find funny.
No, because if you already saw, because I've seen some you've already sent me. Why would I send it back to you? I know you already saw it because you sent it to me.
Yeah.
But anyways, I agree. I think
the remakes need to go because people have to remember the kids that are now directors and producers want to remake their childhood.
Definitely.
I do think we need to leave it. It just sucks because like there's so many remakes.
I just no. First of all, I think the remakes of the TV shows and movies need to be end. I don't need spin-offs like the Pink Ladies. I don't need none of that. I don't need any remakes or redones or again spin-offs.
There's no, like new ideas.
I want new shows, new movies, etc. Close now. I feel like the 90s style it's kind of dying out, and more Y2K is like plastered everywhere in your face 24/7. But I rather have the 90s stayed and the Y2K leave, because Y2K is super like, it's not relaxed clothes. It's bright colors.
It's like, Y2K was a terrible era of clothing. 90s you can kind of go neutral, but that's crazy.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Like
you can do.
There's no Y2K. Like what they're trying to make Y2K is like too poppy, not what people were wearing on the street. Okay, like, do you know what I mean?
Y2K style, you just had to be there. It's one of those moments you had to be there.
Yeah,
you just had to be there with the juicy sweatpants. Like you had to be there. You can't recreate that. But so yes, I agree with this. Needs to go. I agree with you. Remakes, reboots. Some I can't lie. Some of them have been great, but like I don't need
which ones.
Pretty Little Liars.
Okay, next one. Let me see here. Wendy's has the better burgers and nuggets than Chick-fil-A and McDonald's.
Ooh, okay.
Well, we have Whataburger. I'm just kidding. When it comes to burgers,
they don't have nuggets anymore, or they've never had nuggets.
Oh, I know they have just chicken strips.
So for me, it's not the full thing, because I would have to say Wendy's have better nuggets than McDonald's, but McDonald's has the best fries.
Did we bring up fries, bitch? No.
Oh, it just said burger and nuggets. Well, Chick-fil-A doesn't have a burger, so that's wrong.
Oh, I think it meant McDonald's nugger.
Okay.
Excuse me, that's not bad. Had nuggets and burgers, and then Wendy's has better burgers than McDonald's and nuggets than both. And then obviously Chick-fil-A doesn't have burgers.
Okay, well, I would have to disagree because I love all three. And if anybody wants to sponsor it, I'll totally take it. But I'm going to have to go with Chick-fil-A always hits. It's never a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss with Wendy's. Overall, hit or miss with McDonald's. But Chick-fil-A always hits. Like, it's always cooked. It's always melted. It's always warm. It's always good. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, with Wendy's and McDonald's, like it only is as good as it makes it. Because sometimes it's like,
I guess because people are like, Wendy's are so, it used to be back in the day really huge and popular, but now obviously Chick-fil-A is like one of the number one fast food places over Wendy's. But it's like, because Wendy's kind of just been forgotten about, kind of like Burger King, like pushed to the side. But back in the day, Burger King was the thing. Burger King is delicious.
Burger King has the best burger.
But that's also a hot take. A lot of people think Burger King's disgusting. Burger King is good.
Do you agree with that hot take? Wendy's better than them too? I'm going to disagree because I think Chick-fil-A always hits. Wendy's is good.
Chick-fil-A, yeah, I have to disagree with that. Yeah. I think, I'm not saying Wendy's is nasty, but I don't think their food is better than. Yeah. But I guess because people think it tastes more real.
That's fair.
Like more like you grilled it in the backyard. That is fair. Than like fast food.
Well, that's more Burger King charboiled. We're not gonna get technical.
we're getting technical with the type of charcoal.
The sauces. Chick-fil-A.
Who's got the best sauce?
Big Mac sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. No, definitely I had to disagree. I'm gonna say that Chick-fil-A is better than those.
We disagree with that one.
Yeah, we disagree with that one for once. Okay, this is kind of longer, let's see.
Okay.
Water isn't wet because the term wet is used as an adjective to describe when something has water on it. Water is already water, so you can't say that water has water on it.
That's true.
That's literally factual. Because you know people say water's wet. No, it's not.
Water's water.
Because water is always going to be wet. But then people are like, well, what if it turns to ice? Is it wet?
No, it's
or is
frozen.
it dry?
It's frozen.
But is it wet or dry? Frozen is another adjective.
It is frozen until it starts to melt, and then the ice gets
But
wet.
do you get what I'm saying?
That's too much.
Is an ice cube wet? Dry. It's frozen. We know that. But is it dry?
I mean, I guess an ice cube is wet to the touch.
Well, it depends. Are you outside? Are you in the snow touching ice? Because then it doesn't melt. It's not wet.
No, I think the object.
Because that's what people say. Is water wet?
No, the water's not wet. The object gets wet. It's an adjective, isn't it? Or is wet an adjective or an adverb?
Wait, what?
Is wet because the object is wet.
It's an adjective.
So because water can't be wet, but these can get.
Water is a noun, right?
I don't know.
Water is a noun because
You went to
thing.
school. You got degrees, bitch. Let me know.
Not in literature. Okay. I'm gonna have to say water is not wet.
I'm gonna
it's
agree
water.
with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have time.
Because people say water is wet, but it's like something's only wet when what's on it? Water. So you know what I mean?
That's whoever thought that has no life. Like who says that shit?
Cinnamon rolls are desserts that have been tricked to think they're breakfast.
Fair.
I never thought about that, but it's literally just
Sugar.
dough, sugar, and frosting.
I mean, I guess it's the same about donuts. Donuts is a dessert trick to be breakfast.
You're right. 'Cause
Muffins?
Donuts. Muffins could be breakfast because they're not sweet enough to be dessert.
A blueberry muffin is pretty sweet.
But what's in it? Blueberries. That's healthy. Or like nut banana. That you eat bananas for breakfast. You don't eat bananas for
I
dessert.
guess a cinnamon roll tends to
It's snuck its way into the breakfast
It
food
is snuck.
somehow.
I love a cinnamon roll.
Ugh, I love cinnamon. They
Love
have to
a
be cooked
cinnamon
right.
roll.
Okay.
I make some good cinnamon rolls.
Why did Family Guy pop up? Salt and sweet things should never be combined.
That's fair.
You agree with that?
Yeah, because I hate when I have frozen yogurt and you put strawberry in it. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna say this. I don't like that.
So you don't think salt and sweet should go together?
No, personally, as a palate, you know how some people like to salt their egg or salt their. I don't like salt in general, so I don't put salt on anything. So
I don't add extra salt on anything either. But I like the trail mix. I like the M&Ms and raisins with peanuts, and that's sweet and salty. It's literally called sweet and salty mix.
See, now I don't know because
that tastes good, doesn't it?
I love a peanut and chocolate, like M&M.
M&M. That's sweet and salty.
But the thing is that peanut's not salted; it's unsalted, and peanut.
Is it unsalted because it's over flavored with sweetness?
No.
How would you know?
Well, I'm just saying. I
take out the peanut and eat it separate one day and see if it's salty or if it's an unsalted peanut.
I don't know. I don't eat sweet and salty trail mix, because I don't like mixing things. So for me, I'm gonna disagree or agree with the hot take. I don't think they belong together.
Okay. Let's see here. This is stupid, but it's kind of funny.
Okay, tell me.
A hot dog is a version of a sandwich.
It is.
It is.
A hot dog is a
That's
sandwich.
so funny. But is it? No, because you're not calling it a sandwich. You're calling it a hot dog.
Well, it has its own. Because you don't.
But what? Okay. Yes, you do. You said that's a grilled chicken what? Sandwich. That's a BLT
You know why?
sandwich.
Because you can separate the bread. The hot dog comes together.
So that's its own category.
So it's a taco. It's a taco.
Taco. An American taco.
American taco.
Take that bleep what I said. Everybody likes hot dogs. Oh, that's actually so funny.
I love
okay.
a hot dog.
Okay.
You like chili cheese dogs?
I love chili cheese dogs.
You know what? I think I knew that.
Like at Sonic sometimes.
I will never eat a Sonic chili cheese dog.
Why? Do you know something I don't?
No, it's just the hot dog doesn't taste good.
Oh, because I was making me scared now.
No, it's just
Maybe you know
always
something.
soggy. I like
It is soggy.
I like to make
but
it at
I
home.
like it like that sometimes. I like it soggy. I'm
No,
gonna get that for dinner.
No, the bread. I like the bread and cheese, but the hot dog, I need a more crispy.
See, I only like Sonic chili cheese dogs, or when they're not in restaurant. I have to have them at a barbecue at a friend's house. Those are the ones I like.
Game.
Or baseball team. Okay. I guess we read a couple more.
Okay.
Let's see here. Breakfast is actually not the most important meal of the day.
I'm going to disagree on that. I think it is. Because it kind of sets your tone for the day. If you have a fat ass unhealthy breakfast, it kind of slugs you the whole day. But if you have a good nice smoothie, you're good for the day. Or it doesn't it controls your hunger. You know what I mean? I think it's important. I do.
Do you think it's the most important?
Yes.
If you have breakfast and don't have anything else, is that okay?
I don't. Well, either way, it's not okay. Either way, if you have one lunch or one dinner.
But I'm just saying, like, so if you had to pick only eat one meal a day, would it be breakfast?
No, it'd be lunch.
Be lunch?
Yeah, because I feel like that's in the middle of the day. They would time me over.
I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
You're dinner, huh?
I'm dinner.
Yeah, but you
because I think I could eat. You can have coffee or energy drink, and you'll be fine. Like breakfast doesn't give me energy. If anything, it makes me want to go back to sleep because I'm nice and full. Lunch, but I feel like you could be so busy in the daytime.
You don't have time for lunch.
That you're just busy, and then by the time it's oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock. Go home and cook, and you're ready for dinner. Go to bed.
See, I guess I technically skip breakfast and dinner all the time. I usually eat. I'm a lunch person, but I don't know.
Wait, hold on. We could do 2 more.
Okay.
I'll end one with 3 more.
Okay.
3 more because these are some pretty. These are more, except that one. The hot dog was the only one that's not serious, I guess.
Taco.
Are your 20s actually really the best years of your life? No, between like 1 and 18. When you're a child, and I'm just kidding. No bills.
I'm gonna say yes in the fact.
So out of the decades of life, are the 20s the most important and the best?
I think, I don't know, it's too broad, I feel, because like I think 20s are your fun years. I mean, you can have fun in 30s because you're more established. I get that. You're easier in your 30s. But like 20, something about being in 20s, your metabolism's not slow. You are reckless. You're free.
You could blame it on, I was in my 20s.
I was young and dumb. Like you have an excuse. When you're doing something in your 20s and you're doing something in 30, it's like, girl, you're 30. Come on. When you're 50, it's like, girl, come on, you should know better. So
okay, take that aspect out of it. Besides being dumb, because you could be a dumb at any age.
Kind of build your character for your life. You're learning about yourself. That's like the time you're like developing your like how you're gonna be an adult. For me personally,
learning.
Like I said, I know everyone's like, oh, 30s are better because you're established, you have money.
I think the best years are your 30s because you're still young. You're going down now. You're going a little down, but you're still young.
Everything's nice and tight.
I mean, that's everyone's body's personally different. There's people in their 50s who look better than girls in their 20s.
Kidding.
But I would think your 30s because your wrinkles aren't there yet.
Yeah.
You're still young, still very young. You by then, hopefully, not everybody's on the same wavelength. You know, you're not struggling anymore. Yeah, you're not struggling. You have your money. You have your family.
I'm gonna say 20 because you don't got to worry about heartburn. Heartburn's so annoying.
That's a personal issue. Not everybody has heartburn.
No,
as soon as you hit your 30th birthday.
No, but if people who are in their 30s understand, like,
I mean,
like
you're quote unquote your health. Sure, you can't eat as bad and stuff like that. But maybe that's to straighten things up.
Personally, I guess it's 20 because you're still figuring it out. Like you're having
fun. It feels different swimming in the ocean in your 20s and your 30s. No, it doesn't.
The ocean's still the ocean.
No, because I had commented that on someone's page because she was like,
oh, this is your sign to be 20.
Money will come back, but you'll never be in your 20s swimming the ocean in Italy. Yeah, you'll be in your 30s swimming in the ocean in Italy. Without sleeping on a couch in a random ass hostel because you could afford it.
The thing is, like, that's still like that's the fun part of it. I feel like that's the fun adventure.
You know what? Yeah, maybe for you. Yeah. For your type. In my 20s, I want to travel like I'm a rich 40-year-old. I don't want to sleep on nobody's couch. I don't want to have to carry my luggage because I couldn't afford to get the right plane time. I don't want to struggle. You know what I don't want to do any of what the young people want to travel like in their 20s. Doesn't mean I'm not going to party like them, but I'm just going to be, staying somewhere nice and not in a hostel. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, I agree. I think your 20s
is building character.
Is definitely a different type of fun than in your 30s. I 100% agree with that. But I feel I just don't want to struggle.
Say the best is your 50s.
The best is when you're retired.
Everything we said doesn't care because we're actually choosing 50s.
Okay, moving on.
Are you hot?
A little bit. It's always hot in here. Yeah. All right, last 2, everybody. Are being kind and being nice 2 different things? Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess if you put it like that. What's the difference?
What do you think? Oh, so what do you think? Let me hear your thoughts.
Okay, I'm trying to be kind. I guess being kind is like...
You know what? I have it.
Hold on, let me see if I can figure it out.
No, we're not going to have... There's no right or wrong, you know.
Is there, though? So I'm trying to think.
Ew, that laugh sounded like a radio show host laugh. You know what I'm talking
Howard
about?
Stern.
Ew, I hate him. Is that the one with the long black hair?
Yes.
Hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
him. Yeah, hate him.
So I'm trying to think if it's the same thing. Like, is it being?
I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, go ahead.
To me personally.
Okay, go ahead. You can have the floor. Go ahead.
Go, sis. I'm sorry, because I didn't
No,
even.
Go ahead. 'Cause
Okay.
I generally am trying to like throw
I
something
never
together.
thought about it until I read it like that.
Okay, so let me maybe leave
To
it
me,
first. Okay.
is being nice is
Like letting someone have the last piece of cake.
no.
That's nice. Or is that being
No,
kind?
that's to. Oh, let me finish.
Okay. I was trying to throw myself in there.
Look, listen, to me, being nice is like something that you do because you don't want to look rude, but you're not genuine. Like something nice is like, oh, holding the door for someone behind you. That's normal. You hold the door. You know, oh, sorry, you dropped something. Pick it up. That's being nice. Being kind is when you're doing something genuine
'Cause you actually
out of
mean
the
it.
way because you mean it and you really feel for that person. Like you said, oh, I really wanted this cake, but I know that Kara wants it. I'm going to give it to her. I'm being kind.
That's being kind.
Being nice is sharing my cake in general.
I like that. That's not what I was gonna say.
Do you know
Yeah.
the difference is? I never thought about it
that's
until
a great way because
someone said
I was
it.
literally, I don't know what I was. I was thinking like the last piece of can something. I was trying to think of something.
You're just saying.
I was trying. I was trying to figure out, but that's a great way to say it.
Do you know what I
Being
mean?
kind is when you genuinely mean.
I
it.
give
Being
you my
nice-
last piece of cake, and being nice is just sharing my cake in general.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
that.
I
That's a
never
good-
thought about it until I actually
I like
read
that.
it.
So, what are you? Are you kind or are you nice? I think
Depends on who I am too. I think I'm a genuinely kind person, but I'm also very selfish to strangers.
I think I
That,
am.
that sounded wrong, but what I meant,
Well, yeah, if you don't know the person.
yeah. But some people are genuinely kind to anyone.
I think I'm kind.
yeah, I think you're kind.
I think
too.
I have a mean streak.
Everybody
can't-
does.
You know what I mean? But I think
I don't have a mean bone in my body. It's like yes, you do. Everybody
can't
does.
relate. I think for me personally, I think I am just a generally kind person. Like I'm a person like will give a present but not expecting something back. Like I genuinely got this because I saw this for you, and I can say
Yeah, you
Chris
are.
is definitely not that.
And
You
one
can
of
be.
those, if I give you a birthday present 4 years in a row, I'm not doing it for year 5 if I didn't get something, because then I think you're just being cheap and you're not a good friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I
But
feel
not
like,
just like present, just like
Yeah.
simple thing. Like even at work, like a coworker, like I saw something that reminded me of you.
Yeah.
I'm like here you go. I just thought of you.
yeah, I
Like,
definitely kind, because you're selfless and kind of go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You think of others. You trying to make everybody's life a little bit easier. You know, you're really
Yeah,
trying and
I
you're being
do.
kind.
I am like that.
Yeah, and
Do I have some devil sometimes on the
Yeah.
side that sometimes wins? Sometimes I let the devil win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to do it sometimes. Because what do they say? Nice people finish last. And I've been that
yeah,
a
they
lot in
don't
my
say
life.
kind people finish last. They say nice people finish
You don't
last.
really mean it, and it's karma.
Exactly.
Okay, last
exactly. Last question was, hold on, let me word it correctly.
Not you trying to remember it, but didn't remember.
Well, I know
it.
I wanted to write it, I wanted to say, make sure I said it correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, does being rich mean that you're successful?
I guess it depends how we got rich. If you were born.
No.
No, I'm just saying because if you're
We're
born,
we're not winning the lottery. We're not marrying into rich. We're not doing none of that.
Born
We're just
rich.
saying.
like if you're born rich, what's your fault? Like not your fault.
No.
I'm kidding. I guess-
because you okay. Say what you're gonna say.
I would have to say it's kind of one of those ones like technically yes.
But
Technically,
here
I
we go
guess.
playing devil advocate again. What is your definition of successful?
Well,
That
that's
there's
what
no
I'm
right or
saying.
wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how did you get rich? It depends. Like,
Because to me, definition of successful, it could be money, it could be respect in your field, it could be the best at something. Because there's the best athlete doesn't mean they get paid the most. The best whatever doesn't. The best IT doctor in the world doesn't mean he gets paid the most out of all the doctors.
Yeah.
But is he successful because he's the absolute best in his field? He gets respected by everybody. Is he rich? Or to me, you know what success means to me? And as
just-
I've grown and thought about more about life,
as
to
you build
me,
your character in your 20s,
exactly. So by the time I'm in my 30s, I'm
you'll
good.
know. You got it.
No, to me, what now that I think about it, as an adult, success is how successful you are is determined on how happy you are in life.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
in every portion of life, because
I'm not like rich, but I'm like so content.
because think about the rich people
They're always
who
sad and
are
lonely.
depressed and they kill themselves.
alcoholic.
But you know, as the saying goes, I'd rather cry in a Porsche than cry homeless. But
I'd rather cry knowing my rent's paid.
But at the end of the day, you're still crying. You're just crying in better circumstances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
so you're saying no.
Yeah, so I don't think money means you're successful. I think it means that you have an easier life in certain ways. Like you don't have to worry as much.
I mean, there's that whole thing with like the Princess and the Pauper. She wants to switch lives to see how it is.
I wouldn't do that. Nah, I'm just kidding. But no, obviously who wouldn't want to be rich? Everybody wants to be rich. There's, you know what I mean? Or everybody wants to be well off. Some people genuinely aren't materialistic and do not care to be rich. But I mean, nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody is homeless on purpose. You know what I mean? But then like, you know, that kind of comes to the saying, does money buy happiness? And I personally think
yes,
it does, because
I think money buys happiness.
100%. Because if you think about
I'm always happy when I'm swiping my card.
Nobody's ever sad shopping, right? No, I'm just kidding. But I think a lot of issues in the world as to why somebody's not happy is money related and debt. You know, they can't afford their rent. They can't afford medication. They can't afford treatment. They can't afford to buy their kids new gifts. They can't afford to take their kids to Disney.
Money is the root of all.
It really is. So I do think it can buy happiness, but I don't think it can make you happy. Because once you get it, if you're not happy mentally...
Remind me, I have to tell you something after this.
Okay. Then... like I said, at the end of the day, whether you're crying in Italy or crying on the street, at the end of the day, you're what? You're still crying. So I think when you're mentally happy in your work life, your friends, your kids, your family, yourself, happy and check all the boxes, then you're successful.
Being happy.
Yeah, not just being rich.
Yeah.
To me personally.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about their mental health. They just want to fly a jet to Dubai.
And I think
that's fine. But it's like, you know.
I think I can gotten good at suppressing some stuff, so I think I'd be okay with like being rich. Like the happy, I can trick my mind and be like, I am happy, even though I'm not. You know what I mean?
Anytime I'm getting sad, I would go on vacation.
Every time I'm sad, I'm about
it will be distractions.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Get mental health, guys.
Don't come at me.
Money can buy distractions. Watch you know,
therapist, but like, I need to talk to her.
But you know, you're never sad shopping. Okay, I've never seen somebody sad when they buy a new bag. Okay, but you know, that to me personally, and I always thought when I was younger, I wasn't successful because I wasn't rich.
Yeah.
And then I thought about myself, like if you just aren't happy in your marriage, you're miserable, but you guys go on vacation first class to, you know, Paris. It's like you're still miserable.
Said, like, you know, I'd give up, you know, all the things just for like happiness somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know? Yeah. That to me, that's what I think you're successful is if you're happy. Because think about all those interviews when they say, "Are you happy?" They're celebrities. They got everything they want in the world, and they say no. Everybody thinks they're so successful, and they're like, "I'm not happy. Like I got everything I've ever wanted." Like Kim, everything she ever wanted. She said, "I'm just not happy." Yeah. So it's like she's so successful, but she's still not happy.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. To me personally, that's what I think successful means.
I like that. Those are good hot takes. I think we had a great fun.
We kind of went all over the world and all over the plate, and then we got serious at the end.
That's what you're gonna get here at the Desus podcast. You get both sides.
you get the humor, and then we teach you life lessons.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. You know, because we're not right about some stuff. But we write about today.
Yeah, but I definitely want to hear, hopefully on TikTok we get some traction because I like reading people's comments.
I'm definitely going to like clip some more. Like I'm going to get back again. Like I've been.
Yeah, you didn't clip past couple episodes.
February has been a very busy month.
We are in May. So what happened in March and April, bitch?
First week of month. But no, I've clipped like Elisa's and I've like for like the 2 past episodes, which is the month of February. Not February. Did I say February?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I meant April.
Okay, because I said, ma'am, that was 2 months ago.
I was wondering where you come at me. I was like, you know, you and me live.
Oh, maybe because it's May.
Ew.
I know. It's not like a cow.
Ew. May.
Oh. May. Anyways,
really
Town for life.
No, I'm saying April was busy month for me.
Yeah.
So that's why. But we'll get back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, I will put Let's Us.
I'm sweating.
I'm so hot. I'm ready.
Studio lights are just.
I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to put my hair up. I'm ready to take my makeup off.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go ahead and end it. Hope you guys learned some hot takes. Like I said, let us know what some of yours are. If you agree with us, you disagree with us, you want some of us to talk about, you want us to discuss something.
Yeah, maybe this will be a part 1 of this episode because there's always hot takes coming up, and you know.
And I'm sure we'll think of some as soon as we're done recording.
Yeah, we should have said this. But go tell them, sis.
So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends, repost, like, comment. I just said all that.
The Desus podcast on all platforms, YouTube,
TikTok. We don't have a Twitter unless y'all need a Twitter, but like you don't.
Yeah.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and my personal one, Undiscovered Thirst. And if you want to do yours,
mine's Janelle Henry. But yeah, guys, thank you for the support. All of us, we do see again, like we say, our episodes slow growth, but growth is better. slow growth is better than no growth. So, and it's
because
okay.
we are happy and successful.
We're happy that we're doing this for us. So it's going again. But no, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for support. Make sure you share to all your friends. Give us a 5-star rating, because if it's anything less, then we know you're lying. And again, whether you agreed with our hot takes or none at all, just always remember to do you, sis.